Right. Good, I don't know, what do you class 5:30 month? Try to let the music play out, you know, get yourself in the mood. Set the tone. Nice and relaxed. I mean, we shouldn't be relaxed, should we, really? There's been a murder. In the Abbey, of all places. You'd think you'd be safe in an Abbey, wouldn't you? Apparently not. Anyway, here we are, Thursday evening. Afternoon, sorry. Slipped up there, didn't I? It's not 6 o'clock yet. Thursday afternoon, soon to be evening. Football's at 8:30 this evening, and 9. We've got two games, which is not ideal because I'm not the best of health at the minute. It's just recovering from tonsillitis again. So I do apologise if I start coughing, spluttering. I'll try my best to mute my coughs, but I'm not 100%. And right before I started streaming, about half an hour before, I started to cough quite badly. So I was thinking, oh my god, like, all day I've been fine. I coughed really badly this morning, straight out of bed. Took my cough medicine, perfectly fine all day. Started coughing about half an hour ago, so I took some more cough medicine, and it's just about eased now. So hopefully we'll be fine. But there's a lot of talking in this game because it's all to be read out, you see. So I don't know if that's going to irritate. So we'll see how it goes. I'm thinking of streaming, you know, for as long as I can hold out. At the very latest 8 o'clock, maybe even 7:30, just to give myself a bit of extra time to prepare for football and a breather from all the reading. But we'll see how it goes. I might be fine. So yeah, a bit early today. Yep, it's this is a pre-football stream. This is a pre-football stream. I am playing football later, so hence why we are a little bit earlier. I fancied playing something, doing something, rather than doing nothing, because I was off work on Tuesday, did nothing. Yesterday, worked only 6 hours, and after work, did nothing. And I've worked again today, and I thought, I can't have another evening of nothingness, so I'll do something productive. So here I am. Even though perhaps my, you know, more wise people might just say, just give your voice a rest. Just maybe another couple of days not going to do you any harm. Just rest, you know, rest and recuperate. Not me, no. I don't like the word rest. You know, I don't like to be sat inactive. So yeah. Unfortunately, for those of you that don't know, on the Discord server, yeah, on Monday I streamed, and I remember sat here saying, I have the best medicine, rum and coke, and downed the rum and cokes, and as I was streaming, actually, funnily enough, I could feel, I was full of cold. I was sneezing, coughing. I wasn't coughing as much then, but I was definitely rubbing my nose, blowing my nose, sneezing. After I finished streaming, I thought, oh, my throat's a bit sore throat had died down. I thought, oh, it's coming back a bit. I thought, oh. And plus, my neck was hurting here. I thought, oh, is that my glands? I thought, oh, that's not good. Went to bed Monday night. Woke up in the night. Really hot, sweaty, feverish. Glands really hurting. Throat. Oh, feel like tonsillitis to me. That's what was my first thought. It was a kind of sore throat that I know I've had before. I thought, this is not a regular sore throat. Woke up at 7 AM, aching body. I thought, oh, devoid of energy. Thought, oh, feel ill. Yeah. Throat, oh, this is definitely tonsillitis. Haven't looked at my tonsils at this point. It's like, oh, this is tonsillitis. I just know it is. Rang in sick. Thought I was ring in sick. And, you know, you get no medals. This is what I've come to learn. You get no medals. You get no bonus pay for dragging yourself in, feeling like death, to work. So I thought, you know what, no, not doing it. Rung in sick. Then dragged myself to my mirror, looked in my mouth. My tonsils were twice the size as they should be, and they were covered in white. I thought, oh, yep, that's tonsillitis for you. Took a picture on my phone, sent it to my GP, and there I am with another 2 pills to pop in the morning. So I'm popping 5 pills in the morning with my blood thinner and my folic acid and my lansoprazole, and now my 2 antibiotics, with another 6 to take throughout the day. Antibiotics, that is. I'm turning into an old person, and no disrespect to old people, but as you get older, you need to start taking pills for your blood pressure, for your cholesterol, you know, umpteen thousand things. I'm already there. I'm telling you. Hopefully in another month or two, I'll be back just to the blood thinner, and that's it. Because I'm telling you, this is not good. So that's how I'm feeling right now, Cham. I'm feeling perky today because it's the best I've felt since Monday. But I'm beginning to feel fed up with my health in general. I just want to go a month maybe. Is that too much to ask? Just a month where everything's fine. It's fine and dandy. It's all like, you know, just like it used to be 4 months ago when I could enjoy myself. But anyway, enough about my sob stories. Pentiment. Could be worse. I could be laid on the floor with a dagger in my back dead. Like some people around here. It's not that bad. So let's see what's happened. Let's see what we're going to have to do to solve this murder mystery. There's a few prime candidates. So, we need to go to the Druckers. We need to regroup. And then we need to return and knock on a window, I seem to recall. So that's what we're going to do. Still raining. Now, J for German. There we go. Let's get our hotkeys on the go today. So Mother Matthew rang the church bells early, which was a sign that something was amiss. Then there was screaming, which was confirmation that something was amiss. Lorenz was murdered. Brother Piero kneeling nearby with a bloody knife in his hand. So I need to leave until tomorrow. But Brother Florian has promised to let me covertly attend his examination of the body later today. Until then, he thinks I should sit down for a good meal. So, even though we blew the Druckers out, we were supposed to go to the Druckers for dinner last night, but we were here last night instead, which was a meal which we would rather have avoided, because it was very awkward. But perhaps they'll take pity on us, you know, and take us in now for lunch instead. Yeah, we're going to go straight there, no diversions, no distractions. This is a serious situation. We are hot-footing it to our destination. Walking past all things. Not stopping to smell the flowers, to visit the forest, the waterfall, the mill, nothing. We are in an urgent situation here. So we're going straight to the Druckers, past the screaming fortune teller who was talking about death yesterday, if you recall. Coincidental? I think not. Might need to interrogate her. Klaus Drucker? Got to be, right? I think it's Klaus Drucker. Hello, Klaus? Is that you? What are you saying, Klaus? Can't quite hear you over the rain. Hello? Speak up, Klaus. Oh, sorry about that. Good day, Andres. Back from the Abbey already? It's only noon. Andreas? Are you all right? Yeah, look at his face. Andreas, as we will know, is a very happy-go-lucky, chirpy kind of guy. He very rarely has a face like that. Clearly, something's wrong. No, something terrible has happened. Oh, God. What happened? No, forgive me. Come inside. Sit down for a minute. Oh. If it's not an imposition, I can't see Andrea's talking like that. Yes, it's been a difficult day. I could use a distraction. I have just one thing to distract you. I'd like your opinion on my latest project. Okay, we asked for a distraction. Here's Marie. Hey, what are you saying, Marie? I can't quite hear you over the crackling stove fire. You saying something? Good day, Andreas. Should I fix you a plate? Oh, yes, please. Always glad to eat your cooking, Marie. Back to his charming ways. Oh my. Klaus, you must invite Andreas over more often so I can hear someone compliment my food. Your cooking is lovely, darling. Oh dear, we've got him into trouble. Hello. Hello, Bertold. How are you? Sleepy. Come back to my workshop. Okay, see you for lunch in a minute later. Bye. You're at work? Oh, no worries, no worries. I'm going to do a new run of Till Eulenspiegel. There was a printing a few years ago in Strasbourg, but it was awful, almost bereft of illustrations. What do you think of these new ones? I mean, we are an artist, so we should be an expert in the field, shouldn't we? So we should give critical feedback. I mean, to my eye, it looks perfectly fine, but to the trained eye of Andreas, composition of figures, terrific. Mr. Drucker, terrific. But if you don't mind a bit of constructive feedback, the background is a bit dense and busy, distracts a little bit. I would suggest running this in 2 passes with the background elements in a lighter ink to help the characters stand out. Just my thoughts. Alpha Sword, welcome. That's a fine idea. I'll pass on your compliments to Marie. Oh, are these her woodcuts? They are. The drawings were mine, but she did the block cuts. I've got enough talent to draw the designs, but only she can do the woodcuts and the type. Oh, hidden talents, I see. Ah, well, that was good. Complimented there. Bless us, O Lord, and these, your gifts, which we are about to receive from your bounty. Through Christ our Lord. Amen. Amen. Amen! I'm hungry! Amen. Now this is not almonds and rye and cheese. This is, in comparison, a feast. Look at this. We've got sausage, cheese, something in... what's this? Mashed potato? I don't know. It's delicious. Ooh. Andreas, what were the bells for at the Abbey? They were sounding for a long time. Yeah, about that. I don't think we can say that somebody's been murdered in front of a child, really. Okay, perhaps we can. There's been a murder. God in heaven! He just rode by here yesterday. Yes, and it gets worse. One of the elderly brothers I work with in the scriptorium, Piero, was accused of the crime. That's awful. A murder in Kersau? How could a monk do such a thing? Oh, I'm sorry, Andreas. The Baron seemed like an interesting man. And I know he's been a patron of the Abbey for years. How did he die? Could it have been an accident? There's a child at the table here. And does the abbot really believe that Brother Piero killed him? You've always spoken of him in the kindest terms. seemed like, well, we were discussing it openly, why stop now? Seemed like he'd been stabbed. But I'm not an expert, you know. Well, there was a lot of blood around. Pools and stuff. Dripping. All the details. Andreas, don't miss anything out, clearly. But no, I can't believe Piero did it. I can't imagine him harming anyone. Stabbed? It's hard for me to imagine a monk doing that as well, but who knows? Oh. But could it have been one of the sisters? Could it have been? It could. Everyone's a suspect at this point. Never rule anyone out. Never. How was work? Well, it was pretty. It was alright. I mean, work is never massively exciting. It's work, is it? I suppose. But yeah, 3 meetings. So lots of meetings as usual. But I got most of the stuff that I intended to get done. Yeah. Can't grumble. Although there has been some news delivered, which was like, oh no, oh. So, I'll tell you the news whilst we're over the dinner table, eh? Why not? So, my manager is moving to a different job. Which, as you well know, if you've worked and obviously have had a manager, which most of you will probably have, that if you get on really well with your manager, and your manager lets you just crack on and do what you're doing without any interference at all, and whenever you want something off, you get it off, and whenever you've been poorly and ill, not an issue. The possibility of having another manager that's not quite so understanding and is a bit more of a control freak perhaps, is not good news. So, yeah. So I'm now thinking, oh dear. And contemplating my own future as to whether I want to move whether I want to move either sideways or go for a promotion. I got this current grade in 2020. So I've been in this grade since 2020, so 4 years. 4 years on the 1st of November. I've been in my current role for 3 years. So I'm very comfortable. Everything is as it needs to be. The staff know what they're doing. Everything's set up. So literally, I feel it's like a captain of a ship. You know, as long as your staff are all well drilled and well oiled, as a captain, your job is just to make sure every so often that things are running as they need to do. And the only time you need to be bothered as the captain of a well-oiled ship is if something's gone wrong and they need your input. Otherwise, captain could be asleep in bed most of the time. So that's kind of how it is at the moment. We've got a well-oiled ship. I just do what I need to do, and everything else takes care of itself. Which is a lovely place to be at, but at a certain time, you know, that will be devoid of challenge, and you need a new challenge, a fresh challenge. Alternatively, people around you change. So my colleague, my fellow training manager who runs the training team with me, she has gone and got a temporary promotion at the moment. So she went last month. So that was my first. Oh no, we've worked together for 3 years. We get on really well. She could be back because it's a temporary promotion and she's not got the job permanently, but she's got a good chance of getting it permanently. So that was the first sign that I thought, ooh, maybe I want to just think about my own future here. And now this news, I was like, oh, I think they're trying to tell me something. I think the powers that be are trying to tell me it's time for a change. So yeah, I'm having a think now about what I want to do going forwards. Stay in the same role, a bit longer, or make a move, basically. And if I do make a move, where am I going? So that is the debate. That is the question. Hello, Shelley. Welcome. So yeah, as I feared, now that I'm constantly talking, it's irritating my throat. So we'll keep going for as long as I can, but the stream might be curtailed to about an hour and a half at this point. But yeah, I'll keep you posted on my escapades. Because you know, it is what it is. But yeah, I'm definitely thinking of making some moves. Right. So she's brought up the fact that maybe one of the sisters had stabbed the Baron. Some sisters were looking rather put off when he arrived. You are not playing football, right? You sound like my mother, Shelley. Not playing football tonight, are you? Yes, I am. Face like thunder. You know, and then some choice words as well. But not only am I playing one game of football, oh no. This week just happens to be the week that we're catching up on our fixtures because we're a couple of games behind. So we're playing, no, I'm not playing, I'm playing 2 games of football. Of all the times for it to happen. We've got 6 players, so if I need to come off for a breather, we've got a sub, it's okay. You will never learn. No. No, some things I learn very well, other things, no, clearly not. Clearly not. But if it wasn't Brother Piero, who do you think could have done it? I did see Lucky Steinauer get into a shouting argument with Lorenz yesterday just before I walked past your place. Who was Lucky again? Oh, the bald guy. Lucky? Why would he have cause to shout at a nobleman? Oh, select food item to eat. Oh, I love these kind of mini games. I want a sausage. Pasta! Sausage pasta with a bit of bread. Who doesn't love pasta? I had pasta yesterday for dinner. Absolutely love this stuff. Absolutely love it. I could eat pasta every day. I'm sure I mentioned it before, but I could eat pasta every day. So sausage and pasta. Right, if we're following the principles of how you should eat food without spiking your sugars, you should eat the proteins first when faced with proteins and carbs. So we're going to eat the sausage first. There's probably something else going on that you wouldn't know about, dear. What do you mean by that? I'm not one to trade gossip, but clearly I am. But if you really want to know, talk to some of the other women in town. Oh, clearly she's not. Oh. You obviously know, so please spit it out, man. Woman, man. Spit it out, man. Oh, Mother Cecilia up at the Abbey. Why Mother Cecilia? She doesn't strike me as the kind of person that gets out to see much of tassing. No, there's no need for that. Lucky is a forthright man. I'm sure if you ask him, he'll tell you what the argument was about. Thank you both, thank you both. Food for thought, no pun intended. There is something else, though. When Lorenz and I were walking through the meadow, the widow Kemperin came out of the woods and... Yes? Well, she cursed him. I'm not surprised. Attila's late husband Rannig ran afoul of Lorenz on his last visit to Tassing. I don't remember the details, but Rannig died just last year and Attila hasn't been the same since. Ooh, pasta or bread? I mean, is that garlic bread? I mean, obviously garlic bread goes very well with pasta. Plain bread with pasta? I don't think goes quite so well. And where's the sauce? She was always an old bitch even before she was old. Klaus! That's enough. She's had to deal with the jobs a lot in life. And now she lives all alone at the edge of the woods. There are rumours she's going to lose her property soon. I do pity her. even if she is a stern glare across the table, enough to silence any man. Bitter woman, is what I was going to say. Bitter woman. Bitter, yes. That's the... There shall be some exception in the law for her to inherit. Who are we to get involved with inheritance laws? It wasn't always this way. I think my great-grandmother inherited this land way back when. Well, if men changed it, they can change it back. You're right as always, my dear. Enough about Utilia. Is there anyone else you think may have done it? I don't know if he's got any ill intent, but Prior Ferenc has been acting strangely since the day Lorenz arrived. Perhaps an academic disagreement? I know they're both avid readers, both of classics and new works. On his last visit, the Baron bought a book on astronomy from me. I know the Prior has some similar interests. Would the Prior kill someone over a simple disagreement? It's not that outlandish. When I was in university, I saw men throw punches over small academic concerns. What is an opinion for some is a testament of faith for the others, and worth killing for. Hello, Carrie. Yeah, it is. It's a really good game. Really enjoying it. Good to see you. That may be so, but I've never seen the sort of anger in Prior Ferenc, and not even when Gernot was made abbot instead of him. Afterward, he seemed bitter, but never violent. Just doesn't seem to be part of his character. So, Lucky the Widow and the Abbey Prior. Anyone else? Gernot. The whole situation with the Martin Luther, maybe? He didn't seem best impressed, did he? There was something strange when we approached the Abbey together. Mother Cecilia was outside with some of the sisters. Yeah, I mentioned that as well. They were very shady. Scuttled off, they did. Mother Cecilia scowled and took the nuns inside without saying a word. Sounds like they have a history, at least. Bread it is. I do not know Mother Cecilia personally, but I have never heard anyone speak badly of her. If she had cause to dislike the Baron, I must believe she had good reason. Well, Andreas, it seems like there's a lot to look into. Yes, thank you for your care. It has helped me understand how I can help Brother Piero. I have lines of inquiry that I must undertake. You are always welcome here, Andreas. Any time. Yeah! Little Bertold. Hello, Bertie. You are especially welcome with this one. He's a very joyful child, isn't he? God be with you, Andreas. Thank you. Little Bertold, you be good until I come back. I'll try. Aww. Bing bong. The flood, the body of Lorenz. I have several leads to follow, but where should I start? Choices. I could talk to Lucky Steinauer. He's probably working in front of his house. Perhaps, maybe. The Widow Kemperin is south of here, near Franz Bauer. Still bloody bells ringing out here. Prior Ferenc is usually at the scriptorium, but I won't be able to talk to him until tomorrow. Still, nothing would prevent me from talking to Mother Cecilia in the convent. If I don't attend Brother Florian's examination of the body of the Abbey, he'll have to do it without me. We need to attend this. This is prime importance here. The 4 suspects. Oh my god, it's all kicked off. Oh god, we've got red blobs all over here. It's all kicking off royally. As it would do. There's been a murder. In flagrant delicto. In blazing offence. Indicating an individual has been caught in the act of committing a crime. Is that so? There's bloody banging going on. Franz Bauer, the brother of Johannes Bauer, Johann Bauer, Franz, is married to Kat, father of Martin's father. Known for his brusque, abusive nature and intimidating presence. Oh, that's going to be a joyful conversation, isn't it? Right, okay, we'll bear that in mind. Is that it for him? That's it for him. Right, let's have a look at this journal and see what's going on here. So the flood. During the dinner with Klaus and Marie, we talked about 4 people who seemed to have a problem with the Baron. Luckily, Lucky Steinauer, the joyful one, the widow Kemperin, Mother Cecilia, and Prior Ferenc. I should talk to each of them to see if any of them truly have a motive to kill men. Throwing a small rock at the infirmary. I think we'll try that first because I don't want to miss this event. And if we start investigating with the other people first, it might trigger us to miss that. Because it sounds like we can miss that if we take too long. So we'll go back to the Abbey first, I think. The Widow's Curse. So that's speaking to the widow. That's one of the suspects. Occult Hands. Library After Dark. Or Werner Stoltz. The Baron and the Nun. And that's speaking to Sister or Mother Cecilia. So a few little leads there, but I think the way that we're going to go to start with is we're going to try to get the attention of Brother Florian. I don't want to... Obviously you've got there, look, you've got the Franz Bauer and Widow Kemperin are both down that way. We just don't want to miss getting involved with the autopsy, you know. I mean, it seems like a very important thing, doesn't it? Could be some clues, could be some evidence that would help us when we come to interrogate these people. Throw a stone. There we go. Here he comes. Ah, Andreas. This way. There you are. I'm glad the storm didn't delay you. Now, even though I gave instructions that I was not to be disturbed, we must work quickly. Seeing a corpse up close can be unsettling for some. I hope you're up to it. I trained in medicine, fumbled the Florian. I've dissected frogs, it's fine. Exactly. Seeing a dead body is different from examining one directly. Now, you should probably take notes as we go. They might be useful later. Ah, of course. Warts and all, apparently. Look at this. I will begin by inspecting his anterior, starting with the face and head. Anterior? Yeah, how do you spell it? No visible... This reminds me of Mortuary Assistant, by the way. No visible wounds. No blemishes, no hematoma. Teeth, good condition. Nothing unusual. Turn him over. There's a big stab wound in his back. Neck, shoulders, arms and chest. Ordinary. I need to clean some blood away to examine the tools. Jesus Christ. Locked assessment indeed. Next there'll be a flipping door opening, thing falling off the bookshelf, and it'll be game over. I need to clear away some of this blood, yes. Yes. Ah, there it is. Puncture wound between the 6th and 7th ribs. Oh, is that it? Where it is? Right there. It's fairly shallow, though. I estimate it penetrated only about an inch, and it likely came from his own hand. What? Right. I don't think it's the time for jokes, do you? Yeah, how can you tell that this is a self-inflicted wound? From the angle and depth of the strike, it is as though he were holding it in his right hand as he fell on his side. Oh, so maybe he was killed by another... Oh, he said it... Oh, okay. We'll let him continue before we draw aspersions here. Cast aspersions. You must know that I was not always a monk. I was a mercenary for 10 long years in Poland. My familiarity with wounds comes from my time on the battlefield. I am no true surgeon, but I am the closest Kersau has. Well, if the wound was that shallow, it doesn't sound like it could have been fatal, right? It wasn't. It is likely incidental, received while falling on his own knife. He must have some other wound that issued forth all the blood we found him in. Spin him over. Then this surely must mean that Brother Piero is innocent. It means it's incredibly unlikely that Brother Piero stabbed the Baron, but it doesn't explain what actually killed the man. Brother Piero never should have picked up that knife. I'm sure the appearance of guilt never even crossed his mind. Now then, let's move on. Well, there is a sore on his sex, probably from the French disease. I doubt it had anything to do with his murder. Excuse me, on his what? Sorry? The disease French soldiers received in the brothels of Naples. Yes. How do you know of it? Rumours. When on the continent, you know. We discussed it in university. Ah, yes, it is spreading rapidly even north of the Alps. That's precisely it, yes. The treatment is dire, as it involves heavy mercury consumption. Anyway, it seems the Baron was not the most faithful husband, not uncommon among the nobility. Okay. Clearly he's not a regular monk, he just said that, hasn't he? Right, moving down. Other than a few blisters on his feet from what I assume are new shoes, there's nothing wrong with his legs. Andreas, can you help me turn him over? Of course. This is highly intriguing. And twist. Oh, is that blood on the back of his head? There's a slight irregularity in his spine, possibly from an old injury. I don't think it has anything to do with how he died, though. I've spent enough time in nobles to know that he probably just fell off his horse hunting, something like that, anyway. It seems like a silly thing to risk your life for, but I'm not one to talk. Whatever the reason, it didn't contribute to his death. Here it is. A rather dramatic head wound. Very dramatic. Oh, yeah, it is, yes. The dark hair and blood make it difficult to see, but it's quite bad. In my experience, I've never seen someone walk away from a head wound of this severity. I imagine the force of the impact would have been quite great to crack the skull. Quite right. I see your medical training was not forgotten. I lack the benefit of university study, but the battlefields of Poland and Lithuania did provide an education of sorts. Why didn't you study medicine in university? My family was too poor to even consider it. Mercenary work was my way off of the farm. The wound looks like it was caused by a single powerful blow from a blunt object, probably no more than 4 or 5 inches across. How can you tell? We're a medicine man, let's not question. Let's not question, it makes us look incompetent here. We're doing well so far, impressive with our knowledge. Yeah, okay. It's likely he didn't die immediately. How long could he have survived for? I've seen similar injuries in battle. The victims don't last more than a few minutes, but it's an agonizing death. Even so, he couldn't have wandered far from where the blow was first struck. So he may not have been attacked in the chapter house. He was either attacked in the chapter house or someplace in the immediate area. Chapter house, or the cloister is near the chapter house. The outside of the abbey, probably a bit far maybe. The church itself. The cloister's the closest. Yes, that's possible. The cloister connects directly to the chapter house, but there's a high risk of being seen. Anyway, whatever killed the Baron was a blunt instrument of considerable heft. The part that impacted him was likely a little smaller than a fist. Okay, back in my brain, see what could it be? In a church. Could it actually have been a fist? Ha, no. I don't think the strongest soldier could do this with a punch unless the Baron's head was pressed to the ground. Even then, we would also see damage to his nose or forehead. Could a woman or an elderly person have done it? Anyone could have, given the right weapon and sufficient height. Whoever did this must have caught the Baron unaware, save the small knife wound. He has no other injuries. I suppose that he was struck, drew his knife to defend himself, and fell on it before Brother Piero discovered him. So I believe we've discovered two important things. The Baron was killed by a blow to the head from a heavy blunt object. Yes, exactly. If you can find what caused the blow, it may lead you to the killer. We also know that Piero didn't stab the Baron. We know that, and I suspect even the abbot knows that, but you may need more evidence to convince the archdemon, the archdemon? Was that Dragon Age? The archdeacon. Yeah, a big dragon arrives, you know. Oh, there is one other item of interest. I found it in the Baron's jacket, but didn't want to open it without you. A note of some kind. I trust you to open it more carefully than I would. What does it say? Das something. Das something. Das Stab. This is clearly not Latin. The girl who died and the innocent with her. Matins chapter. It's Matins again. Monastic. Monastic hour corresponding to 2 a.m. The girl who died and the innocent with her. It's German. So we can read German. Well, are we from Germany? Where are we from actually? I am assuming we're from Germany. Obviously very well travelled. The girl who died and the innocent with her. Okay. What girl? What innocent? Someone from the village? One of the nuns? He's talking about chapter. He's talking about matins, prayer hour. Nuns, maybe? Any nuns died recently? It's been years since any of the nuns have died. Perhaps Mother Cecilia would remember. Can you tell who wrote it? I mean, very nice script, of course. They're not Italian, clearly. Italian scribes use humanist script. This is a highly refined Gothic hand. As good as Adoc and Guy are, I don't think they could replicate this. What, really? If not them, who? Dun dun dun! Right on cue. That is what I intend to find out. Next time on Columbo. Dun-dun-dun. Hello, Gasmove. Welcome. I wish you good luck finding the answer. Now, I'm sorry to rush you, but I must ask you to leave. Every minute you stay here is additional quick, in the wardrobe. Now! Are you expecting someone? Brother Florian, could you open up? It's Werner Stoltz, the physician from Tassing. I wanted to speak to him, actually, about something, didn't I? Werner Stoltz. What was I speaking to him about? Something to do with him or find it in the library after hours. Oh, the circly, puzzly thing. Yes, I'm in the middle of something. Could you return after supper? I'm afraid it can't wait. Father Gurnett asked me to examine the Baron's body. All right, just give me a moment. Andres, I need you to hide yourself. As I said, get in the flipping cupboard there. Of course. Don't ask questions, just do it. Oh my god, he's going to examine the body right here. You just go inside the damn thing. Ah, Dr. Stoltz. Sorry to keep you waiting. Now, what did you need? The abbot wanted me to examine the Baron's body before his wife arrives. It seems unnecessary at this point, as I've just completed my own examination. Well, then what's the harm in letting me take a look? Dr. Stoltz, with all respect, I finished. The cause of death is clear. If you had arrived an hour ago, I would have had no problem with your assistance. Assistance? I'm a university-trained physician. I can examine a corpse on my own without the help of a battlefield sawbones. They didn't. Regardless of your opinions regarding my abilities, the examination is finished. If you insist on inspecting the body anyway, I must insist that the abbot tells me himself. What? Making me bring the abbot here is a waste of time. So is performing an examination on this corpse immediately after one was just completed. Idiotic. I'll return with Father Gurnett presently. Whew. That was close. Now, quickly, leave through the cloister before they return. Of course. Thank you, Brother Florian. Think nothing of it. I'll see you tomorrow. Until then. I thought we were leaving through the cloister. That's not the cloister. Vespers time. No supper. I should find someone to eat with. Yeah, I can't get that note out of my head. The girl who died and the innocent with her. What could it mean? And who wrote it? Who gives a monkeys? Who died? Who we eating with tonight? I should find someone to share supper with. Most of the families in town are welcoming. Lady Salmia may also want to speak with me after she arrives at the Abbey's guest house. Maybe I could even visit Smokey in the forest. Oh my god, choices. Clearly investigations have to wait. So we've got Lady Salomia. I'm assuming that's the Baron's wife. I can't remember, but it must be. After she arrives at the Abbey's guest house. So perhaps we can go there first, and if she's not there, then we'll go visit Smokey in the forest. I mean, that's what he's got on his mind. Most of the families are also welcoming, but these two are specifically mentioned. So let's see what's happening there. Where's the guest house? Well, the guest house is there, isn't it? We'll eat with Lady Salomia. We'll eat with nobility. Why not? I mean, she'd be a grief, but hey. You'll have to not be quite so jokey and charming, Andreas. Tone it down a bit. Oh, here she is. Oh, look at that. Would it be rude to pet the dog before speaking to the lady? Who cares? Poochie! Ah, you've got a big beard, Poochie. No. This will be remembered. How dare you? Punch my dog first. Oh, there's something on the table to take as well. Hang on. Lady Salomia. Ah, Master Marlon, would you care to share supper at my table? I would like to talk to you about my late husband. Of course, he knows his courtesies. My Lady Rothvogel, I would be honoured to break bread with you. Master Marlon, please. Thank you. Please sit. Bless us, O Lord, and these gifts which we are about to receive from your bounty. Through Christ our Lord. Amen. He's had some hearty meals today. Amen. Probably some food to dog. Oh, now look at this. This is the best meal we've had in the entire game so far. We've got a whole chicken. I'm assuming it's a chicken. Is it a quail? Is it a chicken? I don't know. Is it a goose? Is it a chicken? Got wine. Some fruit. Is that bread or is that pies? Oh my goodness. Cheese and bread. Oh, it's just fabulous. We're trying not to look so happy to see the food. The woman's grieving after all. We'll eat slowly, let her eat, take the first mouthful and all this kind of jazz, surely. That's how you do things around here, I'm sure. I find myself rather out of place here, without the comfort of the Baron. Thank you for agreeing to share a meal with me, Master Mahal. Of course, my lady. The honour is mine. I mean, that's a bit far. Any comforts I can provide, I'm here for you. It's a terrible thing what happened to the Baron. Terrible. It has given me quite the shock of my life. I am trying to find comfort where I can in my ladies and the Lord. It is quail. It's quail. Emmental cheese and wheat bread. What about these pie things? And some frumenty. Frumenty? What the hell is that? Yeah. Proteins first. Ripped off one of its legs. Not that there is much comfort to be found in these cold and dreary alpine towns. Lorenz and I had meant to take a tour of them before returning home to Worms, but, well, return we shall. Sorry for your loss, my lady. This sorrow is just the first of many, I'm afraid. Are you married yourself, Master Marlon? Really not going to go down that line with this lady. A woman waits for me in Nuremberg. When I finish my work here, we will be wed. A woman that we've not even seen the portrait of, I don't think. Or have we seen the portrait? Do you not look forward to the responsibilities of marriage, Master Marlon? Perhaps it's no surprise you and Lorenz became fast friends. I imagine he saw something of himself in you. Oh, my. He even gave you one of his pins. He must have been quite fond of you. Rarely have I met someone with such a depth of knowledge and a thirst for debate. That's one way to put it. Causing a scene in the refectory. His thirsts were not limited to his scholarly pursuits, regrettably. Oh yes, the saws. Oh, yes. His lusts for drink and women once afflicted him with great remorse, though such shame faded with time. Lorenz was a flawed man, His various infidelities were no secrets to me. But are we not all flawed before Christ? Where's this going, my lady? Cheese and bread, yes, lovely. I loved him as a wife should properly love her husband, but I would not say that we were friends. I only hope his appetites are not what led him to this end. Yes, well, I have been searching for the answer to this quandary myself. Were you and Lorenz so close that you would trouble yourself so? Hello, Nagisa. We are just scratching the surface, it seems. We've done the autopsy. Blow to the head. Dead. Blunt instrument. Fist size. End to it. And now we're breaking bread with the Baron's late wife and holding our tongue. Although she seems like, I don't know. Am I getting vibes that she's trying to come onto us? I'm not quite so sure. I'm weighing it up. My motivation, my lady, is personal. My mentor, Brother Piero, was found with the Baron's body. But I do not believe he killed your husband. If not him, then who? Well, what happened was, apparently, according to the very well-learned field medic, that is Brother something or other, what was he called? He fell on his own knife. Hit on the head, we're assuming. He took his knife out to defend himself. Blow to the head, a bit dazed, fell, knife on self. 1 inch cut, not big enough really to kill. Therefore, that was the outcome. Brother what's he called? Not good with names. There are many possibilities, both here at the Abbey and in town. I've got a lot of investigating to do. My masterpiece is clearly on hold at this point. Your husband managed to cultivate many enemies in his short time here, it seems. That does sound like Lorenz. He was a man of many opinions, and he gave them freely to all who would listen, and some who would not. The previous abbot, Father Matthias, seemed to appreciate that about him. This new abbot is perhaps more conservative. Yes, that's in Florian. It was an F name. Florian, that's it. Father Matthias was an open-minded man, from all I've heard. A true scholar. Father Gernot doesn't share Matthias's passion for the written word, yet endures the expense of it. To be put in such a position would make any man unhappy, I understand. I wonder what he will make of Lorenz's gift to the Abbey. What gift was this? We are interrogating after all. I need to take my pills now, bear with me. It seemed to be a little thing of more interest and value to my husband and the former abbot than Father Gernot. Oh, another bit of quail for Poochie. Oh, more food. Frumenti. I don't know what the hell it is. It looks like mashed potatoes to me. I thought he had hooks for hands. He had found a book about the history of Tassing. He believed it contained some scandalous details. Now. That might be a reason to silence him. Scandals being revealed, perhaps? He said it corroborated fears Father Matthias had expressed, but he didn't share the particulars with me. Do you have a sense of what these candles might have involved? Beyond the broad basket of Tassing's history, I cannot say. My understanding is that this community is quite old. I'm sorry I can't be of more help. I have some education, but I lack my husband's thirst for knowledge. If you find the book, hopefully its significance will be apparent. God wills it. We just nod. Pimenti was a popular dish in Western Europe, medieval cuisine. It is porridge, a thick boiled grain dish. Oh, okay. Do you plan to stay in Tassing long, my lady? Only so long as it takes the Archdeacon to investigate my husband's murder. Though the circumstances of my time here are dire, I'm in no hurry to return. Hello, Crazy Canuck, welcome. Good to see you. And why is that, may I ask? I shouldn't. I see a glimmer now of what Lorenz saw in you. You are a disarming man, Master Marl, and much too easy to talk to. That's an interesting way to put something. You are a disarming man. Master is a smooth operator. You're not the first to tell me so. Andreas, stop it. There was no option for that. He's just off on his own tangents now. That does not surprise me. To be frank, I do not know what will become of me when I return to Worms. My title and residence may be in jeopardy. Lorenz and I have a son, but he is young yet. I don't know many of the legalities, only that my position is at some risk. You're in a difficult position, my lady. I will pray for your happiness. He's really turning on the charm now. As will I, Master Marl. As will I. Several moments later, licking lips and fingers, and well, it was delicious. Right, I'm sorry to have to cut our conversation short, but I fear I must rest. Thank you for having me at your table, my lady. Be well, Master Marl. And whatever anyone says of my husband, I'm certain he appreciated your friendship. What was that note on the table? We didn't click it before we spoke to her because we didn't want to be rude, but now... Oh! I should get some sleep or break into the library. Library. Then we're going to break... Sleep is for the weak. We're breaking into the library, of course. It's a bit risky. We're going to try. Can I take this? We're best friends now, clearly. What's this? A letter to the Baron from Prior Ferenc? Baron Rothvogel. Oh, it's in German. And then I was about to read it. What is there to see at the library? In the library, there is a book that's going to help us decode the circle thing with the letters and numbers so that we can decode Brother Ferenc's writings. Welcome back, Cham. Hello, Sculptor. Oh, you are now deciding to play it. Well, I hope you enjoy it. No doubt you'll end up playing past where I am, because I'm going at my pace, which is a snail pace anyway, without the fact that I'm recording it and can't upload it every day. So when you get way past me, you can come back in. But yeah, I hope you enjoy. My God, Lorenz was blackmailing Ferenc to get him to perform some kind of occult ritual. Hang on. This is just throwing a spanner into the old works. What the hell is this? No wonder Ferenc was so unsettled when Lorenz arrived. The Baron could have gotten him executed for witchcraft. Holy cow. Let's just take a quick look at the journal, make sure we're not missing anything here. Right, occult hands, what's this? Somebody at the door. Yep. Let me do it right, so just talk to Lucky, talk to the widow, occult hands. Yeah, I can't figure out what the connection between the astrological signs. If I can find a way into the library after dark, I may be able to find a book to help me. That's why we're going to the library. And this letter is just a bit more further update. So yeah, we're off to the library, folks. Why not risk getting captured and further tick off the abbot? Why wouldn't you? Hello, Liv, welcome. Time to go. And we're already in the abbey. We might as well try it out. But we've got to pet Poochie first before we go. So, there you go. Did you enjoy the quail? Right, here we are. Here we are. Now, what's the quickest way to get to where we need to go? My characters... You leave my character's shins alone. I think going through the church is a good idea. The church will be empty now, right? That's where we go. Where was the secret passage? It was through... Oh, shit. Mathia is the abbot's circator. If he sees me, he'll kick me out. I'll have to keep out of sight until he's passed. Good thing he can't see well. Go, 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 go. Right, crypt. Where was the secret? There, library. If I go up these stairs, it's going to take a while to find the records I need. So be it. This is a murder investigation. Take all the time you need. I know it's lack of sleep, but hey. You'll just have to get your head down when you can now. You're an official investigator. I'll lose some time tomorrow morning unless I turn back now. Oh. What's more important? What we're going to be doing tomorrow morning other than questioning people? We have to do this. I mean, we're here now. We're snooped. Yeah. We'll have to do it. We'll have to do it. We can catch up, I'm sure. Search the nun's records. Hang on a second. That's the Baron and the nun. I decided to risk entering the library to search for the record of the sisters. There must be some clue here about which sister was harmed during Lorenz Rathvogel's last visit. So we're looking for that. We're not just looking for that, are we? So we're looking for A sister that was harmed, but we're also looking for this. Books to help with astrological signs. 2 things. What's this? Well, it's a book of herbs. The Herbis Cambrae on the herbs of Wales. Mugwort, Southernwood. The writer is Cadphalus of Salopia. I don't believe I've heard of him. Interesting. He writes about about butcher's broom. The Greeks used it to aid with urination and defecation. This author claims it can also help with the reduction of swelling. He seems to be speaking from experience. A wonderful hidden treasure for the Abbey. But not the book we are looking for. Oh my god, this lightning is insane. Is that a trapdoor? Okay. Are we upstairs? Ah, upstairs indeed. What do we have here? A bifolium taken from a larger text. The Mysteria Astra. I'm not familiar with it. Some sort of astronomical... oh, this could be what we're looking for. Seems rudimentary, explaining the connection between astrological signs and the elements and their basic relationship to alchemy. Each sign is governed by one of the 4 elements. Cancer, Scorpio and Pisces are the water signs, Capricorn, Taurus and Virgo are the earth signs, and so on. I didn't know that. Very interesting. It cuts off there. The next page is about something else entirely. Sister Illuminati must be trying to reconstruct the larger text. Those 2 pages were interesting enough, I suppose, but quite basic. Wait. That's the connection between the astrological symbols on Ferric cipher and the elemental symbols on the Vobel. If I turn the wheel to the element that matches the sign, I can decipher the note he left. Excellent. Next time we're in the scriptorium, on our own, it's game over. Now what's this? Most curious. History de Labyrintho Librorium. Account of the Labyrinth of Books. Okay, this looks like the Abbey. What's this? I believe a bolognese. Spaghetti bolognese. Professor told me a tale about such a place in Piedmont. Somewhat hard to believe, to be honest. That old man was quite a storyteller, I must admit. But not what we are looking for. But there is another level to this library. It is a very large library. This looks promising. The Familiaries of Sisters of Kearsau Abbey. Yes. Yes. Mother Catherine was the first to enter records, it looks like, almost 50 years ago. Sister Hildegard from the Goldrick family in Ravensburg, quite wealthy. Looks like she became the prioress after Mother Catherine. Sister Cecilia Adelheid. Oh, this is Mother Cecilia's record. Wait, she's from the Welser family? They're one of the most powerful families in Augsburg. Looks like her family donates a lot of money to Kearsau every year. More than my family sees in 10. Sister Gertrude from Hoff, the herbalist, yes. Her father is an apothecary, that explains it. Matilda Oblate, yeah, the nun's cellarer, she came from Kempton. Merchant family, they donated pigments to use in the scriptorium. Quite thoughtful. I'll have to thank them if I ever get the chance. Sister Illuminata. They should be illuminating. Named Angeline from the Cappucci family in Perugia. Looks like they have some connection to Kersau through an old abbot, Rudolph. Her family donates money to the abbey every year as well. Nothing that strikes me as noticeable for evidence, though. What's on the next page? Sophia from Birgitz. Her family is poor, but they donated flour. Lisbeth Oblate, she's from Utrecht. Looks like she had an eventful life before coming here. Married with a child, and both died. Died. Female and innocent. Child. Mother and child. Her merchant family has some connection to Kersau through the Kaufmanns of Rothenburg ob der Tauber. That's got to be it. Sister Margaret. Oh, the blind girl who assists Gertrude. She went blind because of failed surgery on her cataracts. Wealthy peasant family. They donated wool and a pasture in Krimmel. Sister Zadana. This should be good. They donate a fortune to the abbey. No wonder Mother Cecilia and the abbot let her behave as she does. Okay, that's everything. I'm thinking mother and child here. Is that everything? Have I missed a click? Ah. This note says Sister Matilda left the abbey for several months. Why should she go to a hermitage? Seems strange that she's the only entry with such a note. Dates. 3 years ago. This was just before Father Matthias died. Which means it was around the time Baron Rothvogel visited. I should ask Sister Matilda about this. Maybe Mother Cecilia as well. I think that's everything now. Yep. Okay. We have got quite a lot of revelations and updates there. We'll just quickly get them into our heads. Is it a cup game tonight? No, it's 2 league games. 2 league games tonight. Hopefully we can win them both and keep up our 100% record. I think we're 4 from 4 so far. Right, glossary. Rothberg of the Toba, a free imperial city and home to several holy chivalric orders and monasteries. The city was a gathering point for pilgrims, Catholic and Protestant alike. What else have we got here? Is that everything? No. No. Okay, here we go. Cellarer, appointed official in the monastery responsible for maintaining food supplies and for maintaining the grounds, and Circator, monk responsible for making rounds in the abbey to make certain everyone is where they are supposed to be, doing what they are supposed to do. Flipping hell, sounds like a joyful job. I'm having a hard time keeping up with all it. This is like Game of Thrones. If you ever read the book of Game of Thrones, it's the same scenario. You're like, who's who? Especially if you've not watched the shows, for example. But even if you've watched the shows, there's still loads of people in the books that aren't in the shows. So you're like, it's just names, to the point where in the back of the books there's like family trees of all the families and close friends and stuff. And you routinely find yourself flicking to family tree. How do you fit in? Oh, that's you. Yep. So many names. Right, I think that's everything then. I think we've done that, people. We're fine. Right, journal. Okay, so we need to plan our day tomorrow, but we need to speak to several people. So let's get it in our heads and then make a decision. So, Franz. Oh no, Lucky. We need to speak to Lucky. We need to speak to the widow. Lucky and widow. No. What we're doing? No, let's get out of the Zoom. So we need to speak to Lucky and the widow. We need to figure out the circle puzzle, but that will be dictated by when we're allowed back in the Abbey. We need to speak to... I wonder if we can speak to Ferenc about the whole ritual. Might be a touchy subject, but there's potential there. Nuns. We need to speak to Mother Cecilia or Sister Matilda about this. Mother Cecilia is probably the best person to speak to. So him, widow, Mother Cecilia, or Sister Matilda is the person that's actually went into the hermitage, and she's in the garden during the day. Hello, Nameless Crusader, welcome. So yeah, okay, good, we've done that. So lots of people to speak to, so little time. How do we get out of this joint? How do we get out of this joint? Let's get cracking. I reckon we're going to get to the ground floor and there's somebody there waiting for us with a disapproving look. Like, oh, Cal, you've caught us. So sorry. What are you doing, stupid, around the library? I'm an artist and a reader. I like books, for heaven's sake. You've got me. You've caught me. It's my secret. I love reading. Oh, Harry, look at this. What a flipping... Not... Oh, hang on. What in the... That was, if you were to list 50 things of what you expect to see in the library, that was not going to be one of them. I quite assure you. What in the... Shit! What the hell? I'll break for the stairs, they can't possibly catch me. What am I going to do? Let me think about this as we're stood here behind a bookcase. What am I going to do now? What in the hellfire? Just wait for them to finish, then leave. It can't take that long, can it? Major scandal. What was it? I missed it. Oh, you've missed it, have you? Holy cow. You should speak with them openly, in good faith, as men of reason. Run! Go! Oh, what do we do? I mean, we're not a brother. We're not a member of this order here. If they want to do the hanky-pankies in the library at night, then let them crack on. Keep it up here. Ammunition later if you need it. Otherwise, slip away quietly. That's what I do. Slip away. Wait for them to leave, or run for it. I mean, I'd rather run for it. I'd just rather not be here while it's happening, you know. Good grief. Let them crack on. Let them enjoy themselves. Let's just sneak out. Off we go. They'll notice, but can they catch me? Okay, so we don't want to be noticed here. We're gonna... Oh no. We're gonna have to wait it out. How fast can two monks run? They're going to be very busy. It's not as if they're going to get up and run straight after you. They've got to sort themselves out first before running. At that point, we've gone. I'll break for the stairs. I'll talk to them. Or I just need to wait for them to finish. Now, wait for them to finish is probably the most perfectly and safest option. But, you know, we've just yeah. Bit struck in shock here. Hang on. By the time we figured it out, we probably might as well wait, I suppose. Commotion. Right, pull up a pew, get a couple of books, put a couple over your ears, you know. Not quite as bad as walking on your parents, but I mean it's not far off it. I mean, this is two people that are supposed to be people of the cloth. People of the cloth, you know. As a religious man, Mr. Marler here, clearly, the religious scandal here. He's a hedonist. It's nothing he hasn't seen before, okay? We're not in the brothels of France now, we're in the Abbey, but hey, we've seen it all before. Let's break a book out. Dee-dee-dee-dee. La la la. Doopy 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 doo. Oh, that means that we have to wait, and we're going to miss our sleepy time. And we're going to have to wait all the way until... It's taken until noon? What the hell were they doing? Oh no. How are we going to explain this? We should have ran, shouldn't we? This is what being nosy gets you. Why did he wait behind, you ask? Well, Master Marler. And thankfully it's Zadina. Zadina seems to be the most chilled of the sisters. The one that we could easily charm to be quiet. So... Snoring against the bookshelf. All evidence of whatever happened last night gone, so if we concoct this story, who the hell is going to believe us now? Gone on the, mobile phone camera, not a thing in the 1500s, I'm afraid. Andreas! Andreas, wake up! No! Well, are you here for the books? Or for me? What did I say about Sister Zadina? Easily charmed. When you wake up, you're never compos mentis completely, are you? A bit groggy and drowned. What? You, of course. Oh, clearly. Oh, God, and I've put my back out. The toil I go through just to catch a glimpse. Oh. I'll call you a liar, but I know it's truth. I probably pray every evening that when you knock on the door in the morning that I'll answer instead of Illuminata. She's a sucker, isn't she? Oh, now which one do we say? I'm thinking, is that playful saying it, or is it being serious? Because if it's being serious, I don't want to say that. And that sounds kind of like, yeah, whatever. Sort of something like that, yeah. Oh, I don't like either of these options. She could take offence at both. Depends how you say them. Something like that. I hope that was not the option that's going to tick her off, because both of those sounded quite... could be taken the wrong way. Oh. Do you want to keep talking? Hey, if it was good enough for those two, right? Who am I? To not try it too. Hey, the library is where it's happening in this abbey, apparently. Who knew? Go for it. Oh, God. Master Marler. Dear me, Master Marler. At least at the decency tick. There we go. Scandal number 2. Oh, you know what you are doing. That's a nice surprise. Sister Zadana, are you here yet? This is getting worse by the second. Oh, gosh. Sister Zadina! No! Control yourself. Hold a finger to your lips. Say nothing. Finger to lips, I think, is more than enough that we have to say. Finger to her lips. Angrily presents the unpraised middle finger of her right hand. Oh, God protect us, Sister Illuminata! Come quickly! Someone is sleeping behind the bookshelf! Oh, it's me! Hi! Sister, this will be remembered! Of course it will! Andreas, how did you find your way in here? Through the secret trapdoor. We don't need it anymore now. Through the secret trapdoor in the crypt. I couldn't help but notice, and I thought, where does it go? And then, oh, I was in the library, and before you knew it, I love books, read a couple, fell asleep. So sorry. And why are you here in the first place? You scared Sister Zadina half to death. I'm so sorry, very scary person. Sister Zadina, I do apologise for giving you such a fright. That must have been the reason why you made all those screaming sounds. Yes, screams of horror, clearly not of delight. Look, I'll admit it. I was trying to find some clues that could help prove Brother Piero's innocence. Look, he's like a mentor to me, you know? In the library? What could possibly be in here that could help with that? I'm not sure. Do you know why Sister Matilda was sent to a hermitage around the time of the Baron's last visit? I do, but this is not appropriate for us to discuss any further. You should speak to Sister Matilda or Mother Cecilia. I can't speak with you. It is not my story to tell, and in case you've forgotten, you shouldn't even be here. Please leave. Immediately. So soon? No, we've pushed out long. Of course, I'm sorry for the trouble. As you should be. Come, Sister Zadina. We have work to do. Yes, Sister Zadina. Have you got enough energy for work? Oh, okay. A little cheeky look back there. Yeah, I got your number, Sister Zadina. Same place as tomorrow. Good God. I should find someone to eat with. All we've done is eat and have fun today. It was a lovely session. We've tried to refuse flirting with the Baron's wife. We've just dragged somebody behind a bookcase. We've seen shenanigans behind a shelf over there to Brother Guy and Matthew. It's been an action-packed set. Not much investigation into a murder. The murder is a sideshow here. Right, let's get the journal up quickly. Let's get back onto task. Come on, Andreas, you've had enough fun now. Bloody hellfire. Trying to eat. We have to eat something. Who do we need to eat with? Who's next? Who could we possibly eat with at this time now? Does it say anything about eating? Baron and the Nun. So we've been in the library. Sister Matilda. Notes on Sister Matilda. We could go see Sister Matilda. She's in the garden. Garden's not too far. Sister Matilda. What murder? Could eat with Ferenc, it's the next day. I don't like that. Should we go see if his book is in the scriptorium, perhaps, maybe? Mind you, it says it's time to eat, not time to work, so church. What's What's that? Was that there before? Oh, I think it was. There we go, church. Ah, look at that. We are in the church. Let's bring the map of the church open. So we could eat here. What's this? Who's this outside the refectory? We could eat in the refectory. Is there anywhere else that we might be able to eat if we click on tassing? We could eat in the bakery. We could eat with the midwife. We could eat in the Zimmerman house. We could eat in John Bauer's farm. We could eat in Gertner's farm. We could eat at Franz Bauer's and Widow Kemperen's. That would tick off 2 birds with 1 stone, wouldn't it? I mean, we could eat in Venice. It's a bit far though. Right, okay. So Franz Bauer and Widow Kemperen. Seems like a good option, really, in terms of eating, I suppose. I'm not going to eat with you, sir. Sorry. I'm assuming we could eat with him, but I've got no reason to eat with you. No, I need information while I'm eating. I want to be multitasking here. We'll go eat with Franz, but I mean, the Franz man doesn't sound like a very jovial fella, does he? He sounds like he was quite rude, according to the write-up. But let's go and check it out. Hopefully, we won't advance too much time by travelling over there. What a day! What a couple of days we've had. Oh, look at that! It's Brother Thomas. I kind of don't want to get distracted, actually. No, not getting distracted. It's dinner time. My belly is rumbling. It's growling. It's time to eat. Right. Oh, the door is locked. Chickens. Hello, Master Marler. I'm sorry to cause you trouble, but have you seen Martin recently? He wasn't feeling well, so I let him sleep until prime. But when I came to check on him, he was gone. Last I saw him was Thursday morning. Ran through the meadow. I was on my way to the Abbey at prime. But he said he was sick. What was he doing in the meadow? He hardly ever goes out there. It always makes him sneeze. He seems to be running from the Abbey. Why do you ask? There's a history of making poor decisions. Like stealing. Baron Rothogel's manservant believes Martin may have stolen some of the Lord's rings. Lord of the Rings. Lord have mercy. That must be where he's gone to sell them. Oh, Martin, how could you? Do you know where he's likely to have gone? You reckon I don't think he's killed the Baron for his rings. Martin doesn't strike me as that kind of individual. He's a kind of that will take the rings from the table though when nobody's looking kind of thief. I suppose we shouldn't assume, but we're not gonna bring it up with his mother, you know. Where's he gone? Last time he ran off, he was to Innsbruck. But I don't know. I don't know. He could be anywhere. What if he's attacked on the road? Sure, he'll be fine. I pray to God that you are right. I'm sorry. This is not your trouble. Thank you for speaking to me. Any time. Thank you, Master Marler. Be well. Oh, I meant to ask. Would you care to join us for a meal? Oh, well, if you insist. I'm just checking out the meals across town. Hey, we could, like a come dine with me kind of situation. We could rate the meals, you know, from 1 to 10. See whose meals are best. So we've had sausage and pasta. That's got to be a meal. That's a good meal. sausage and pasta, big, nice meal. I mean, obviously, quail, porridgey thing, cheese, Emmental, of course. You know, that's got to be also very, very good meal. Tough choice. If it were me personally, the pasta would probably edge it, to be fair. Quail. That was a big quail on his tray. Quails are usually quite small. From what I've seen, I've had quail. Just tastes like chicken. Very small thing. Probably different sizes of quail, but yeah. Sausage and pasta. As simple as it might be compared to your quail and your cheese, fast posh cheese. Just a bit higher. Oh, you're having a laugh. Blue cheese, though. Oh, goodness grief. How kind of you. Please, lead the way. Is Mr. Franz in, whatever it's called? I would like a word with that man, if you don't mind. Perhaps over dinner. Lunch. Oh, it's nothing. Brigitte and I will be glad of the... Oh, so he's not even here. Never mind. Well, we tried. Oh, he is here! Oh, hang on. It's time for... Grace. Is it with Grace? I'll say Grace first. Melted in a baguette. Brie. Brie's not blue cheese, right? Brie is the cheese that's got a little bit of a white skin on it, isn't it? Is that Brie? Am I thinking of that correctly? It's really soft cheese. Kind of a rind, a white rind. It's a rind, not a skin. If that's Brie, then I like Brie too. Yeah. I like camembert. Melted. Melted camembert with bread that you dip in. Oh, no, that's a dish. Oh, yeah. Look, it's 7:30. I'm playing football at 8:30, so therefore I can't eat before football. I last ate at like 2 o'clock. I'm really hungry. And here we are, having our third meal on camera here, talking now about food. My belly is grumbling away. Rock-a-bye, baby, on the treetop. Bless us, O Lord, and these your gifts, which we are about to receive from your bounty. Through Christ our Lord. Amen. Amen. Ah! Well done, baby. Well done. Amen. Look at his face. Right. Rate this meal compared to the other meals. We've got to rank the meals in order. Drucker's meal number 1. Baron's wife's meal number 2. Is that the only 2 meals we've had since we started this session today? We had the picnic meal, almonds and all that. No, bottom of the list, clearly. So what have we got today? Different coloured food. It looks like a... Oh, look at the... Yeah, these things. Cornish pasties. Cornish pasties. There you go. Same thought there. Mr. Gas Move, same thought. Do you know what? Sorry. Whenever it comes to food, there's always got to be flim-flam with food, isn't there? Yeah, Cornish pasties. I've not had one for a long time, but I do seem to recall Cornish pasties from Thurston's before it became Greg's, but Greg's as it is now. Not the flaky pastry ones, the proper ones that came in the pastry that looks like that, but with the crusty top thing. Now, them Cornish pasties were kick-ass Cornish pasties. And I can't... How they got that flavour in them, there was just a really unique flavour, and they were delicious. I've never tasted Cornish pasties like it since. To be fair, as I said, last Cornish pasty I had was when I went to Cornwall, which was 4 years ago. And I remember being bitterly disappointed because I'm in Cornwall, I have to have a Cornish pasty, and we have to have a cream tea, do it all properly. And we had a Cornish pasty. It was like, oh. Do you know what was missing? For me, I'll give you a guess. If you've known me with food, there's certain things I like my food in certain way, and it was lacking something for me, which made it average at best. A dip. Oh no, you can't dip your Cornish pasties. No. I mean, it's not a dipping thing. No, wasn't a dippy thing. No, didn't miss the dip. It was devoid of something, lacking, seriously lacking. Which I'm quite surprised about, because pasties usually don't have this issue. What's he talking? He's asking if our parents disciplined us. Salt. There you go. Devoid of salt. I bit into it, tasted it, and it was like, has anybody put any salt in this at all? It was like, bland. Yeah, nowhere near enough salt in it. As I say, no, I've never ever in my life come across a pasty that was devoid of salt. The pastry, the filling is usually full of salt. You can taste the salt in some of these pasties, chicken pasties, cheese and onion pasties. Never has that issue. This pasty was bland. I was like really disappointed. Anyway, Andreas, you're a respectful man. Your parents discipline you. I had 2 older brothers to do it for them. Must be nice for your parents, having so many able sons. Wish I had their fortune. But we just have to make do with what the Lord gives us. Isn't that right, Cat? Oh dear. Is he gripping on her because she hasn't given him any sons? What a prick. In front of guests as well. What an arse. Hello? Oh wow. Oh, this guy we do not like. We're blessed to have a son. It would be a greater blessing to have got one. He's not happy that she's not giving him more than one. It would have been a greater blessing to have more. That is my failing. Rest assured it's not. The man plants the seed, the woman merely grows it. Oh, you're taking a risk there, Andreas. Bloody hell. Put the man in his place. Did I ask you? No. I didn't ask you to insult your wife in front of me either, actually. Have some respect. You ask me, the trick to well-behaved children's a firm hand. Right, now we're going to find out what the food is, but he's putting me off my food. Salmon hand pie and fish stew. Now, no offence, Cat. I'm sure this tastes absolutely delicious. But salmon pie and fish stew, not really a fan. Not really a fan, got to admit. That being said, though, fish pie, I like fish pie, my own. Which I've only ever made fish pie once in my life, and I've only eaten fish pie twice. Once was on a cruise, which was actually quite nice. The first time was my own. Yeah. Actually, it's nice. If you make it yourself, you put in what you like. So I love seafood. So in my fish pie, I put king prawns, naturally, mussels, naturally. I didn't check for scallops because they're a bit pricey. So king prawns, mussels, smoked haddock. I left salmon out because I don't like salmon, you see, so I don't have to put it in. I put a bit of whitefish in as well, just for a bit of difference. And that was it. Loads of them in. And mashed potato, obviously, seasoned, cooked with a nice, lovely bit of butter in there. Put a little bit of, a tiny little bit of nutmeg in there, salt, pepper, cheese in the mash, layered it on top of this seafood. I seem to recall also that you put a bit of a white sauce with it. I made this like when I was 20 years ago. Some kind of a white sauce, peas, a few peas in, then put the mash on top, lots of lovely grated cheese in the oven, comes out, oh, delicious, delicious. But how this is presented, yeah, and I don't like salmon, by the way, which is really bizarre because I say I don't like salmon because I don't like salmon. If it was to serve in a restaurant, salmon comes, no, I'm not eating it. Salmon in a tin, no, don't like it. when I've done a barbecue, I think twice, maybe 3 times, for other people that are there, not for myself, but other people that are there, we bought some salmon. So just, 4 or 5 fillets, or whatever it comes in, a pack of 6 or whatever. Salmon. Just little fillets. And then I didn't look at the recipe. I kind of just went ad hoc, made it myself, which I do with a lot of things, if I get my cooking head on. So I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do with this salmon. I'm going to wrap it in foil and put it on the barbecue. Cook it in the barbecue on the foil. That'd be lovely for the people that like salmon. But I'm going to do I'm going to make a Japanese set of style. So I'm going to put a bit of soy sauce in a bowl, crushed a clove of garlic into it, squeezed a bit of lemon into it, and some honey. Put some honey in it. Mixed it all together, and some chili flakes. Some chili flakes in as well. Give it a bit of a kick. Mix all that together. So it's like a sweety, soury kind of sauce with the soy and the honey and the lemon. Season the salmon fillets with a bit of salt. And then just brushed this marinade over the salmon fillets in the foil in the fridge for a good 3-4 hours. Then on the barbecue, steamed in the foil on the barbecue. And then, doesn't take long, it's fish, maybe about 15 minutes tops. Opened it up and I thought, well, before I serve it to these people, let me just try this. I don't like salmon. See what it tastes like with this lovely marinade that I made. I've tasted the marinade with my finger before, as you do, chef's prerogative. And to this day, that's the only salmon I've ever eaten, and I had to have a half a fillet that I actually liked. I don't know whether it was a sauce, a combination of sauce, or the fact that it was cooked in a barbecue, but I thought, this tastes quite delicious. Now, I would never buy salmon and cook it that way in the oven, for example. But yeah, I was quite impressed with the taste of the salmon. But yeah, but ordinarily, I don't like salmon. It was really strange. Cooked that precise way, I liked it. Very weird. But anyway, proteins before carbs, thank you. Spare the rod and spoil the child. That's what the Bible says. The Bible says a lot of things. Does it say anything about being a good guest? Does it say anything about being a good husband? Maybe if Wolf cried less, Martin wouldn't have felt the need to run. Oh, of course, Martin's their son. I forgot about Martin. Salmon curry. Do you know what? That's a good point, actually. I love curry. If I was going to try salmon again in a curry, might actually be the next best thing to try it in, actually. Although I've never seen salmon curry on a menu, to be fair. Or maybe I have, but because I don't like salmon, I've just constantly overlooked it. I mean, king prawn is a popular kind of curry that they do when it comes to the seafood variety. I'm sorry. I'll try to keep him quiet. God. I mean, there isn't anything worse than a screaming child, I will admit. This goddamned racket is giving me a headache. There you go, sweet boy. There. Finally. It's too goddamn cold in here. Cat, you'll get some firewood after the meal. This guy is an absolute ogre. Lovely pie, Cat. Delicious, by the way. Even if we didn't hate it, we'd force it down and smile at this point. Poor woman. Yes, of course. Only... What? You've got an excuse now? Little tummy ache? Need a lie down? I worry Ottilia will come back. Oh. The widow Kemperin, has she been bothering you? I found her collecting firewood on our land. I asked her to leave because I pay the goddamn taxes on that firewood. And she shouted at me, quite forcefully. By all accounts, she's going through a difficult time. Soon she'll have to forfeit her home. Well, that's not my fucking problem, is it? If she wanted to keep her house, she should have had a few more sons. Again, just for your information, friends, woman can't just choose to have a son, you know what I mean? Luck of the draw kind of thing. Just saying. Cat did? Why couldn't that old bat? You tell him, Cat. Bit more pie. You know what I have to do now, don't you? I have to check the football kick-off time, because if I've got the kick-off time wrong, I'll be mortified. It's never happened yet, but I always have to check. Sorry. Thursday. Yep, 8:39. I thought it was 8:39, but I always check it half an hour before the time that I'm due to set off, just in case I've misread it and it was 8 and 8:30. Then I've still got enough time now to just quickly end the stream and go. That's why I always check it half an hour before I'm due to set off. Just it's an OCD kind of thing. Right, salmon and pie. Baby screams. I'm not going to give you the sound effect version. This is probably the loudest the baby screamed at the entire dinner table. Sorry. Come now, little bear. It's all right. You're a good boy, aren't you? Oh yeah. You seem very well astute there, soothing in Brigitte. Very good bond you have. Oh, I have many opportunities to practice, I'm afraid. Yes, babies cry. It's what they do. Another thing of nature, Franz, isn't it? Just like you can't select your own child's sex. You've got a lot to learn about these things. I wasn't done speaking. Oh, weren't you? It's a shame. Of course, I'm so sorry, Father. Now, you tell him, Cat. Tell him how you chose to have a son and did. Tell him. I prayed daily for a son, and then I had Martin. Yeah. A stop clock is right twice a day. 50-50 odds. You know what I mean? It's the way it is. And my headset's gone off. Really strange. I hope it's not out of battery. I don't think so. If there's no noise playing through it for a certain amount of time, it shuts off automatically. So, I mean, the game's noises that are happening must be so quiet that it's not registered that there's been any game sound for a while and it's just shut itself off. But yeah, 50% chance, I think that's called. You pray daily and daily and daily for a boy, and oh, it's a boy. Oh, praying must be right. I did that with prayers. Not really, Muff, not really. We're in the 1500s, though, so they believed the earth was flat, didn't they? Until 1543, or whenever Columbus started going around the world. Okay. That's right. Just as I told you. You and Hetty both. Who the hell's Hetty? Oh, is that the baker's wife? The Greeks knew the circumference of the earth. The Greeks may have done, but not everybody believed that, did they? Wasn't common knowledge. Those poxy Greeks, what do they know? Those toga-wearing fools. If my brother's wife can make the hear her, or the Lord, make the Lord hear her, that old witch could have done the same. I hope Martin's all right. He usually comes back by now. Is that going to be no, shiftless? Okay, we're just checking. Shiftless, good for nothing, mallinger. You better come back so I can beat the pants off him. Do you find it ironic, Franz, that, you know, you beat your child and yet he still commits crimes? Clearly working, isn't it? This methodology of parenting. Johann would never let his boy get away with this shit. My brother knows how to raise an obedient son. Speaking of malingering, we've all got work to do. Enough sitting around. Thank God. Thank you for welcoming me at your table, aimed at Cat, of course. It was illuminating. Yes. Good. Good of you to come. Was it? I went there because I wanted to speak about what I wanted to speak to him about, but clearly that didn't happen. Time to get back to work. Oh. So, I mean, we're here now, so maybe we can talk to him now. He's usually working next to his house north of the town. Have I got the wrong person here? Have I just subjected myself to the wrong person? Prime. Is he not this? I thought we needed to speak to him. Wolfbauer. Where has he gone? Where's his ugly mush? Martin is there. There's Cat Bowron, wife of Franz Bauer, mother of Martin. Have I got me people? I mean, that many names. You can forgive me, surely. I thought we needed to speak to this man for a reason. Yeah, Franz Bauer. I remember needing to speak. Let me see what's happening here. Archdeacon's investigation. Gathering evidence about the murder and interrogating those of us who might have information. Right, okay. Stonemason. So that's Lucky. So Lucky's the guy that was arguing with the Baron, right? That's Lucky. That's Lucky. Working next to his house, north of the Commons. Right, we might as well go there next. Oh no, we might as well go to see the widow next, actually, because the widow's near here. Oh, the widow's is next to Franz Bauer's. Maybe that's where I've got confused. Maybe it's the widow we need to speak to, which is fine. We're here now. Occult's hand. Prior Ferenc. Yeah, that's fine. The Baron and the nun. So need to speak to the nuns. That's the nun as well. Okay. Yeah, I think we've got a bit confused that the what's your face? The widow's near here. Let's just talk to him just to double check. Hey, Marla. You see my son? Yeah. Saw him running from the Abbey Thursday morning, actually. That fucking rat. That layabout was asleep when I went into the fields. He told his mother he was sick. He say anything to you? Like where he was going? No, he told me to eat shit, actually. God damn it. How many times have I told him? Must be his mother's influence. He sure as shit didn't learn that behaviour from me. If you see him again, will you tell Cat? She's driving me crazy about it. I'll let her know. Good. Until later. Okay. Goodbye. Right, where's the widow's place? God, what a terrible man. I think maybe down here. What's this? These wood carvings are quite curious. Aha, and here we are. So this might be the last conversation that we have of today's session. Oh, here she is, the miserable widow, sweeping the floors. Well, it isn't the late Baron's new best friend. Nice to see you too, Attilia. Sarcasm? How original. What do you want? You must be bothering me for something. I wanted to ask you some questions about Lorenz Rothvogel's murder. Not the first time Perch answered my call. You want to know what I think? I'm glad he's dead. I hope whoever killed him gets the abbot next. maybe burns that entire abbey to the ground. And that's all I have to say about it. What did the Baron do to earn your ire, might I ask? What did I just tell you, boy? I don't have anything else to say on the matter. Look, the life of an innocent man is at stake. One of the elderly brothers. Can't you spare me a few minutes? You think I care about what happens to some old monk? Puh, idiot. Kill them all! See if I care. Every agent of the church should die. Where is this anger coming from? Is it something I can help with? Clearly your charm's not going to work on this lady, Andreas. I got the feeling that if Andreas cannot charm somebody, he's lost. You know, might have more talented people might have many angles to go. If charm's not going to work, maybe we'll try something else. Flattery, maybe in another way. I kind of feel that if the charm offensive fails, Andreas is like a bit. Oh, well, what do I do now? This normally works. You need a plan B, Andreas. A plan B. In the words of, was it Bielsa who said there's no plan B? You just do plan A better. No! Okay. Well, maybe. Oh. Hang on. No, surely not, Andreas. Winning over the Wicked Witch of the West now. Sure, if he pulls this off, there's no stopping him. I'm telling you now. I had the old witch eating out of my hand, like putty. That's me. Don't suppose those skinny arms of yours can hold more than a paintbrush? I'm not as strong as Otto, but I can lift things and reach high places, if that's what you need. Not often someone offers to help out old Attilia. Fine. You do some things for me. Maybe it'll jog my memory. But it's going to take a while. Lots of things been building up. Things I'm too old to do. You got some place to be? I don't think you should appreciate it, but I almost feel like he's probably getting ahead of himself. Can't help himself. Maybe getting a bit overconfident. Always got time for you, Attilia. Completely ignores him. Doesn't get flustered like other people may have done. Follow me then. Handsome young men think they're so smart and clever. Like I can't see right through them. Been needing to collect some firewood, but I haven't been able to muster the energy. Do you often have a difficult time gathering? No, let's gather some sticks then. No, we'll engage conversation here. I'm an old woman. Everything's difficult. And no one's around to help me. Not since my husband died. Now, stop yammering and get to work. This light won't last forever. Okay, we're picking up sticks for an old lady. Da-dee-da-dee-da, da-da-dee-da-dee-da. Shoop-be-doop-be-doo, shoop-be-doop-be-doo. La-da-da-da. I can't believe I'm doing this. Is that enough? Is it? No, not enough yet. There's more to go. Just a mile. Right, okay, this is the last of the wood, I think. Although, unless you want me to start chopping, and I'm not that strong, as I told you before. I think that's everything. There are the trees Otto's been felling for the abbot. What, here? You want me to do anything with this? Break off that branch there. Big one. The wood belongs... Is he going to miss a branch? Come on now. Really? If we're caught stealing it, my investigation into Lorenz's murder could be in jeopardy. If the abbot finds out I helped Attilia steal from him, he could make finishing my masterpiece difficult. I mean, this is quite pressing. That's quite pressing too. It's my masterpiece, but I mean, this... If I refuse to help Attilia, she might not tell me what happened between her and Lorenz to make her hate him so. But we have other angles with this, don't we? She's not the sole person to speak to, and we have other lines of inquiry. Whereas if we blow it, nothing. Done. I don't think she's not killed him, clearly. Perhaps I can make her see reason. Okay, charm time. Break off that branch there. That's technically poaching, Attilia. It's wrong. You think the Abbey doesn't steal from us? The people of Tassing were here before the Abbey was. This forest is ours. Just because some piece of paper somewhere says this land belongs to the church, we can't use it? The people who care for it? Right, I'll get the branch. But we have enough firewood, we don't need the branch. And don't forget, I need to save my strength for all the other chores you're going to have to me to do. Remember? You're right about that. It's been too long since I've had someone around to help me. But don't think you've cowed me, boy. The Abbey is still a tumour on the skin of this land. All this shouting's making my back twinge. We dodged a bullet there. Where are we going now? We should be going the other way, should we? Oh. Why did you what? You put me in there to tip them out? I can't use all these sticks. They're too big. You need to break them down for me. Sure, I'll break the sticks, yeah. Okay. I need the right side at a certain length. So break them and forget the leftover scrap. Where should I break them? I'll know when I see it. Now get snapping, boy. What? Should we try about there? Cover it there. That one should do nicely. Out there. This one is too big. I don't need a club, you buffoon. Okay. Up there. I need these smaller so they'll fit in my half. Okay, there. I suppose that one is fine. There. That one should do nicely. There. That one should do nicely. There. That one should do nice. I'm getting the picture now, love. I'm getting good at this. That one should do nicely. There we go. Have them all. Okay, about that. Goodish. There we go. Maybe you're more useful than you let on. Now, come help me back at the house. Of course, lead on. She better flipping spill the beans after all this, I'm telling you. When did it last save it? 12 minutes. We'll keep going until we get to an autosave. I've got until at least 10 past at the very latest. Well, no, 5 past because I need to get changed. Doopy-doopy-doo. As soon as you see a quick save icon, let me know if I miss it. I have some mementos from Rannig here. They've gone crooked, and I can't reach. Could you hang them for me, Andreas? Easy enough. And please, be careful with my pictures. Some are very fragile. I would hate to lose them to your carelessness. Okay, careless is not my middle name. Right, how do we do this? There we go. There we go. There we go. Think you could hang these papers on the table? I can't reach. There we go. Put it there. There, maybe. Up there. And there. Ah! There you go. Looks all right. Thank you for hanging those. Just one thing. Remove the cross. Are you sure about that? Don't you gainsay me, boy. All right, I guess if you're sure, just do it. What's that? What is that? I don't want to risk it. Oh, it's a piece of paper. I've got one last thing for you to do, if you're willing. A legal document. I need you to read it. The words are too small for my old eyes, and my reading's not so good. I'm not an expert in Bavarian law, but I'll do my best. Good enough for me. Remember your husband, the pain he carried like Job. The red bird flies Martin's chapter. We've seen this script before. Where did this note come from, Attilia? No idea. I found it on the table the night before Rathvogel died. I can barely read it. The writing's too fancy. Keep it if you want. It means nothing to me. Oh boy. Right, now to the legal document. Let me see here. Standard introduction. This document shows, etc., etc. Here we are, the metered document. Right, let's have a look at this. It says, oh. Due to the recent death of Randy Kemper, his lack of heirs to inherit, your inability to pay fees on the land, your property is forfeit to the church. Oh, that's going to not go down very well at all, is it? Oh dear. I think it's best to say nothing. Oh. Oh dear, she's not happy. Not happy at all. That's the devil! A monster! This is the fault, all the fault of Lorenz Vogel! If he were alive, I'd kill him myself! May he boil in hell for all eternity! I think it's about time you tell me what happened with Baron. Rannig, my husband, he caught that Vogel devil riding through our property and told him rightly to leave. The Baron beat my Rannig for it, beat him so savagely that he took a cane to walk. Even his breathing pained him, never could breathe deep, so long as he lived, which wasn't long at all. Good God! That Baron was the worst kind of man, careless and cruel. He knew he could beat my Rannig and suffer no consequences, so he did. We were not even so low as animals to him. We were furniture. And I knew after Rannig died, the church would try to take what little I had left. This document only confirms it. All because of Lorenz Vogel. That's a pretty compelling reason for you to have him killed. Yeah, we won't say that. Since Rannig left, I'm just waiting to die. Why should I have to go on living when he's gone? He has not even been dead a year. I hoped I would follow him before the church came for what was left of our life. Do you know where you'll go? A grave, probably. Rannig and I had no children, not even a daughter. Who else would have me? You know, that's a pretty compelling reason for you to have him killed. Say it anyway. You said yourself you'd do it if you could. Who's to say you haven't already? Finally, some honesty from you. This was the real purpose of your visit all along. I'm an old woman, Andreas. Even walking from my bed to the door pains me. How could I have killed a man in his prime? Not that it matters. I'm sure I'll take the blame for it anyway. Just like I'm blamed for every runny nose and thrown horseshoe around here. The people in town can't wait for me to die, and the Abbey vultures hate me for my contempt of them. None of it matters. I don't care what happens to me anymore. Thank you for your help, boy. You're the only one who's come calling since my Rannig passed, do you know? Now, get out. I need to lie down. Of course. Glad to help. 20... What's this hours remain? Is this hours remain until the end of our investigation? Oh, it's food time! Again! Okay, so there we go, folks. I just noticed that timer now, and I don't know what the timer is, but maybe that's as long as we've got for the investigation before the Archdeacon arrives, maybe? I'll have to keep that in mind as we continue our investigations. But we've got some useful-ish information out the old lady there. I really have to dash because it's now came up to 5 past and I've got to get myself sorted for football. So there you go, folks. Hope you enjoyed that one. Next stream of this will probably be Monday. Sunday will be CK2. Between now and then, I'll probably get another episode on Saturday, maybe. Oh no, I might be streaming Saturday. I'm not quite 100% sure yet, but we'll have to... No, actually, I probably won't be. I'm off for a meal. So I won't be free, actually. But I might get a recorded session of Suzerain up or something. But yeah, go. I know, I don't have a suspect. We've still got tons to find out. Nobody's jumping out, but we've got a lot of information. I'll probably go back over this, the notes and stuff off camera just to get my head around everything that we've done today, because quite a lot of information to take in and stuff. But yeah, enjoy the rest of your week, folks. Hopefully see some of you on Sunday for CK2. Have a good one. And until next time, I will see you soon. Got a dash.